What is going on, YouTube Street Fighter community, newcomers and veterans alike? This is Jinsei with the final character semi-breakdown of the What is Lost in Modern Control series I've been doing for Street Fighter 6. Dhalsim is the last on the list of the base roster. We get Recede in the summer, so we'll definitely be doing new characters as well. So let's go ahead and get started with Sim. He's always kind of been a very notorious keep-away character. Stretchy limbs, annoying projectiles. Very hard for some newcomers for sure. But to go over what he loses in Modern, we got neutral special is going to be Yoga Fire. That's the medium version of the move. They all have the same startup in terms of frames. Not to go into that detail, but yeah, no, all Yoga Fires have the same property now in this game where you can hold them down for 2 hits. So definitely handy to have just to kind of, if you have the time to throw an extra one, enhanced one to get 2 hits out of it instead of the normal one. Forward in special is going to be Yoga Arch. This is how his fireball range was in Street Fighter 5. So now he does have that as a secondary projectile. Unfortunately, he does lose that in manual input. Yoga Arch is done with quarter circle, forward, and kicks. Obviously, with input overlap in the modern control scheme, we just get normal Yoga Fires. So that's your only option to do Yoga Arch. To kind of, throw these fireballs out and then just kind of change them back and forth between the grounds and the airs in case they try to jump in on you. Down special is Yoga Blast. This is something he's always had. It's quarter circle, back, and kick. Or half circle, excuse me, and kick. So that's the version that he ends up getting here. It is a pretty good anti-air out of pretty good anti-air. It's super fast. He loses this as well since quarter circle back with normal inputs is Yoga Fire, or Yoga Flame, which is his back special, which is the last of his grounded specials. All strengths for this one. Heavy's got that interesting property where it's a straight fire stream instead of like just kind of that poof in front of you. So much more range on the heavy this go around. All right here. Like I mentioned, that is grounded specials. We do have a couple traditional other specials that we're gonna go over real quick. We got Yoga Comet, I believe is what this is called. This is his air fireball pretty much. That's what he ends up getting. And that's going to be the other move that we're going to go over here as well. We're going to go over unique attacks now. He's got a couple different ones. So we have Yoga Teleport. This is done by doing forward or back with all 3 punches for the grounded versions. The interesting thing about these teleports is the one that you can do in Modern on the ground is actually all 3 punches, because the punch version of these teleports always cross you up. And kicks grounded you land in front. So that's where Dhalsim's mix-ups come into play when you play him as classic. So if you're a Dhalsim playing Modern, or if you're playing against the Modern Dhalsim and they do a grounded teleport, just keep in mind that they're always going to land behind you. You're not going to have that mix-up where it's going to be in front of you and you're going to go from strike throw kind of thing. The difference though comes with the air version of his teleports. He does still have the punch version when you manually input it, but when you do forward and back with special in the air instead, that's where you get the kick version. So the mix-up still comes into play on air versions of Dhalsim's teleports. Just the grounded one is, if you see it on the ground, it's definitely going to be the punch version for sure. Another special that Dhalsim does have is down, or it's a unique move, I guess. Down and medium and heavy. This is his Yoga Teleport. It's for, or not Yoga Teleport, it's like a Yoga Float. I don't remember what it's called exactly. But he does float there. This can also be done off any type of jump. This does delay his jumping. And you can do teleport move, and then or you can do float, then teleport, then a fireball, and just kind of stay up there. You can do it in the air too, obviously. The last move that he does have is Yoga Mummy, I believe this is called. This is a little drill dive kick. This is one of those dive kicks where depending on where you land from the air to the ground, the closer that you are to the foot, or like at the very tippy toes of the hitbox, you're a lot more plus. Like if you do it from here, you're -7, medium is 0, -8. So yeah, it's those moves where you have to be very careful in terms of spacing. Dhalsim typically has 2 of these. He has the kicks one, which, you know, same input down in whatever kick you want to do for classic. But he also has this other one where he does it with his head. This one's unique because it's actually special cancelable, believe it or not. So you can actually do this and teleport off of it. So Dhalsim loses that one. I'm so used to seeing Sims do these anyways, like these mummy kicks instead. I've never seen that one at all, but it is a special cancelable move for classic and lost and modern. So that's a pretty big shame. Now for his grounded normals, we have standing light punch. Crouching light is unique for Sim. It's a slide. Same goes for modern. The way to get a traditional crouching light kick is actually holding down back. So we get the same kind of stuff, same chaining. No unique normals here. Holding down auto and light gives us actually gives us standing medium punch, or crouching medium punch, excuse me. So yeah, no crouching, obviously no crouching light kicks or anything because that's a command normal this go around. But yeah, we get standing medium punch for the auto for light, or crouching medium punch. Jeez, I did it again. And I'll kind of explain why it's going to go for this one. With this game and drive impacts, you know, which are these big moves. Dhalsim in his previous states would get blown up by these. Usually a lot of these grounded normals that Sim has always had have never been special cancelable in traditional Street Fighter sense. I can't speak for the Versus series. I didn't play Dhalsim in MVC2 or anything like that, or X-Men vs Street Fighter. But it's special cancelable for the reason of getting drive rushed. Like if someone reads that, because you know you'll do your traditional like block string of that, or you know doing this and Yoga Fire. If someone reads that, they can drive impact. So the reason that's why that's here. So it's you don't. Dhalsim would get blown up by that mechanic if he didn't have the ability to special cancel at least one or two of his grounded moves. Speaking of mediums, we'll go straight into mediums. Standing medium punch, not cancelable. Great range as always. Crouching medium is the medium version of the slide for Sim. So yeah, this is just his normal crouching medium. Down back in medium is this kick. This is a special cancelable one. This is how you get like your grounded combos for Dhalsim. And holding down, I keep hitting the wrong button. Holding down an auto gives you this. This is normally his back medium kick. I had said originally he lost this, but I am a dumb and forgot that this is actually his traditional standing medium kick. So he actually loses the traditional standing medium kick, which is a shame. That thing's got some good range. You know, he still has other great range ones, but that standing medium kick in particular is pretty nice to have. So he does lose standing medium kick, which is a shame, just for the poking. You know, nothing really specific. And the last one is back medium punch. I think they call this Yoga Uppercut. This is a super great anti-air move, even though he has, you know, things like Yoga Arch, even back heavy, which we'll get to. He's got a lot of like moves that are anti-airs. Standing roundhouse, which unfortunately he does lose in modern. This is great. This is fast, special cancelable, and very reliable. So it's great that he got this move. Now to end with the heavies, standing heavy punch. Great range normal. Back in heavy punch, that's like an up yoga, an upward version of it. This is a good anti-air as well. None of these are special cancelable, obviously. Down forward and heavy is actually gonna be his heavy slide. So Dhalsim does have a traditional sweep with down back heavy and classic, but he actually does not have that in modern. Not a big loss. I mean, it's definitely a safer slide compared to doing like a full-on, you know, moving forward slide, but I mean it could be spaced out. Crouching Fierce we have is his normal Crouching Fierce, and down back and heavy is this combo-able version of the heavy punch. This was kind of like the go-to that you always saw in Street Fighter 5, like this, and then standing back medium kick. But yeah, this is great for his combo ability. So like I mentioned, he does lose his traditional sweep and his standing roundhouse, which is a shame because that's also a very great poke. That'll do it for Dhalsim. There's not a whole lot that he ends up losing in terms of, at least in terms of super important stuff for his important normals. The last command normal that Dhalsim does lose is this Nirvana kick, I believe. It's his back heavy kick. I believe it's also supposed to be another anti-air button for Sim. Like if something like I said, this is much more reliable, special cancelable, so you can, you can hit that out of the air, throw out a yoga arch from an angle. I mean, this is 0 on hit on the ground, so I mean, I'm not sure what you'll get off of with that one, so I don't think that's too much of a major hit for Sim. He's kind of, yeah, we'll probably say it in the next video, but like I think I think he's fine. He has a lot of his key normals here that are special cancelable, that are important to his game plan, but he also loses those like really good pokes. Like I said, like standing roundhouse is great, especially for big characters like Geef and Marissa. Standing medium kick is also great. It's just nice to have like that. The whole point of Dhalsim is to whittle them down, get them frustrated to go in, so they start recklessly jumping in, and that's when you start anti-airing consistently. So it's a shame he loses some great buttons. That'll do it for the characters. They weren't detailed breakdowns. They were just real quick, like, I don't want to say like super speedrunny videos. But that'll do it for Dhalsim. That's the last for the base roster. We'll go ahead and follow up with Rashid once he's released in the summer this year and go forward from there. Last video is going to be going over, I'm going to be putting them in a tier list of who's better in Modern, who's worse, who's the same, who's a little better, who's a little worse. And then we'll stop it there, and hopefully I will consistently I'll just probably start randomly uploading some matches that I think I like. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to these character breakdowns. As always, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you'd like. Leave a comment, leave any positive feedback, negative feedback, whatever type of feedback. I will graciously accept it and try to improve from there. Thank you very much, everyone, and you all take care. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend, morning, evening, night, whatever time of day it is for you in the world. Peace out.